So here I was talking about the positional, okay, the print function. When you pass arguments in a print function, it is through a positional way. For example, here, my name is, comma, Python. It will be printed the way the arguments have been passed. If you want my name is to be printed first, you should pass it first. The Python will be printed last because it has been passed last. So let's run this. Okay, I don't know why it's not running. It's supposed to run. Let's see. It's telling me success, yet it hasn't run. Yes, here, as you can see, my name is Python, then Monty Python. As you can see, it is like this, right? And then if I want this Python to be printed first, I will just cut it and paste it here. And then when I run the code, as you can see, the Python has been printed first, Python, and then my name is Monty Python. So this shows that Python, the print function in Python is a positional, it takes positional arguments. The order in which you pass your arguments are the order in which they're going to be output and displayed. Okay, there is the print function. There are key, okay, we all know that print function outputs a function, but if you want it to behave differently, there are some keywords you're going to use. Like here, my name is Python. And so this end is used to tell function to end with this little space and then print this other line after that space. Let's run and see. As you can see, my name is Python has been printed. And then the space here, we have told it to end with a space. So the space has been printed. And then the next line now has been printed, Monty Python. So there, an end keyword is used to change how the print function in Python behaves. Okay, in order to use it, it is necessary to know some rules. So if you want to use this end function, it is necessary to know some rules. One, a keyword argument consists of 3 elements. A keyword identifying the argument, e.g. the end here. An equal sign. An equal sign is used to show what it's equal to. It's used to equate it to something, and a value assigned to that argument. So here we have the end as our keyword, the equal sign, which is used to equate it to something, and then our value is the space. Okay. As I was telling you, when you use this end and then you try to make it go to the next line, it will throw an error. As we can see, it threw an error. Like, let me try \n and then I run this code. You will see it won't run, it will give me an error. As you can see, it has given me an error here. Unexpected character after line continuation. You can see. So it says that it's unexpected because you have told Python here to end with this little space and then continue with this next line. Now, okay, that is the first one. The second one, any keyword arguments have to be put after the last positional argument. This is very important. So here, when you want to use these arguments, you should put them after your positional arguments. For example, we have put it here after the Python. After the Python, that is where we have put our end. As you can see, my name is comma, Python, comma, and then end. the end of the line. So for example, you had 5 numbers, you wanted to print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you want to end with space. Let's try it. We want to print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then comma, we want to end with this space. Here, you have to put the end after the positional arguments that you want to write. As you can see, it has done that. If you put it before, let's see if it will give us an error. Let's see if we put it before, it will give us an error, because we have been told we have to put it after our positional argument. As you can see, it has thrown an error. It has given us a syntax error. Positional argument follows keyword argument. It has told us we start first with the positional arguments, then we use the keyword argument. Here, as you can see, the end keyword argument determines the character the print function sends to the output once it reaches the end of the positional argument. So the end keyword argument determines the character, or determines what Python will do once it reaches the end of a line. The default behavior reflects the situation where the end keyword argument is implicitly used the following way. So if you want, okay, let me do this. So if we want Python to behave in its default way, we want it to skip a line and print the other line on the next line. We use \n here. We use \n inside the end. As you can see, it has behaved in that way. Though we have added space, so it has also added space in MontyPython. But we can remove this space and try and run. Yes. Now, as you can see here, okay, it can't move anymore. But as you can see here, the MontyPython is in the margins, but here it has given us space because the \n had a little space after it. So yes. So okay, so here there is no space at all. As you can see, the end has no space in between. So this means that these two strings will be joined. Let us run and you'll see. As you can see, the two strings have been joined because the end told Python to just continue to the next line without adding any space in there. But if we add a space here and run it, as you can see, it has added a space. We can try and add a letter and see what will happen. Let's run it and see. As you can see, it has added the two S that we have added. So this shows us that here you tell Python what you want it to end with. If I want Python to end with the number 12, I will write it there. And when I run, Python will write 12. Python will output 12 before running the next print line here. So that is the use of the end keyword in the print function of Python. So there is also another keyword called sep. We have started with end and then there is sep. Sep means separate. So if you want your strings to be, your arguments to be separated by an hyphen or a backslash, you use sep. If we run this, you see that it has been separated by the hyphen. It separates your argument with an hyphen. For example, I want it to be separated by this. As you can see here, it has been separated by that. We can also try other arguments like numbers. I want it to be separated by commas. Let's run and see. Okay, that one hasn't worked. Let's try. I have never tried this. Okay, it hasn't worked. But let's try something else. We see if it will work. Okay, it hasn't worked. So I'll go and do more research on that and see why it has not worked on integers. But the sep word is used to separate names. Okay, it is used to separate your arguments. Like here, my name is Monty Python, comma, and then sep. Okay, let me try one last time. Let me try something else. I see. Let me try what they have done. Let me change this to a string and see. Okay. I honestly don't know why it's not separating and it's the same code. Maybe there is a problem with the space. Let's try that and see. Okay, it still doesn't work. Oh, I have known what is the issue. So here it separates arguments only. For example, I have 1, 2, 3, and I want them to be separated by this hyphen. If I run, yeah, I have forgotten a comma, sorry about that. If I run, yes, it has separated. So that is a lesson that we have learned today, that it works on arguments. So if you have, these are different arguments. If you have one argument only, it will not work. But if you have different arguments like here, it will work. Okay, let me try with integers and see if it's going to work with integers. Yes, it has worked. So for it to work, you have to have more than one argument in your print line for it to work. So we have said end shows what the print function is supposed to end with, and then sep, it shows what the print function is supposed to separate your arguments with. So you can use both of them. I want to give this to you as an assignment. I want all of you to go and practice using both sep and end in the same line. Like this, the way you see this is done. I want you to go and practice with anything and then send me, if you're able to run it, please send me your screenshot. Yes. Thank you for the class. Before I end it, is there anyone with a question? If you have a question, kindly raise it.
I was asking, now that you're done with the class, if you can help me with the error I told you about. I have to wait.
Yes, okay, let me first stop recording.
Oh, a quick one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what was the double slash for again?
Double slash.
Yeah.
Oh, double slash is if for example, here, if I want to print slash, you know, slash is an escape character. So if I
Yeah.
print it, it will give me an error.
Oh, okay.
So if I
So
want to print it, I have to double it.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Understood.
Okay, thank you for the class.